July 28, 2025 meeting of the Jefferson County Board of Zoning Adjustment. The Board of Zoning Adjustment is a 5-member board. 3 affirmative votes are required to approve a request for variance or other appeal. For anyone addressing the board today, please give us your name and address for the record, and then tell us what your hardship is or what your objection to this request may be. Excuse me. You will be given our decision today verbally, and you will receive our decision in writing within 10 days. Zoning approvals can be issued immediately following the hearing in our office at room B200. However, you will first be required to obtain a permit from the Jefferson County Department of Health if your application involves connection to a septic tank, or the Jefferson County Environmental Services Department if your application involves connection to sanitary sewer. Anyone disagreeing with the board's decision today has 15 days in which to file an appeal in circuit court. Also, we would ask that you silence any electronic devices during this hearing. Our first case is case number A250016, Philip and Diane Brown. Would staff please present the case?
Yes, ma'am. This is a variance to allow construction of an addition to be located 3 feet from the side property line in lieu of the required 9 feet. Existing zone is R2 single family. This property contains a residence and a detached garage. It's 0.36 acres. This property is located within a conventional residential subdivision. In 2017, the Board of Zone Adjustment allowed a catering service as a home occupation on this property with the condition that no food truck or on-site sales employment is limited to the property owner only. Section 607.02 is the minimum yard requirements in R2 zoning, which requires a 9 feet setback from the property. If you look up here on there, with the new addition, it will only be 3.76 feet from the property line. There's no true hardship in this case. However, the size of the lot configuration of the house on the property and lack of space for the vehicle maneuver makes the location of an attached garage difficult. The subject property consists of a residence and a detached garage. The detached garage will be demolished since, if the board allows this, the garage will have to have fire rating on that outside wall in between those houses. The resident is on the adjacent property is approximately 14 feet from the property line in question. It's in excess of the 9 feet that is required. Should the addition of the subject property be approved, there will be approximately 7 feet separation between the addition and the adjacent residence. That being said, staff recommends approval for case A250016.
Thank you. Does any member of the board have questions for the staff or the applicant regarding this case?
I do not. No.
At this time, we would like to open a public hearing regarding this item. Is there anyone here who wishes to speak in opposition or support to this request? No one speaking? Okay. The public hearing is now closed. If there are no other questions or comments from the board members, may I have a motion from the board?
Madam Chair, I make a motion to approve case A-25-0016 for approval.
I second the motion.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, then your variance has been granted. Okay, our next case is case number A250018, Timothy and Courtney Hanley. Would staff please present this case?
Yes, ma'am. It's a variance for the terms of the zoning resolution to allow construction of a 1,200 square foot pole barn without first establishing a residence. Existing zoning is a PUD R7. The property right now is vacant. It's 0.30 acres. Section 1102 requires the construction of a principal building on a property prior to the establishment or construction of an accessory structure. You can see it's vacant on the vacant property. He owns both of them. He's trying to put the pole barn right here on this one. But as you can see, it's in a subdivision, and the subject property consists of, again, a vacant PUD zoning. The property owner's residence is on the adjacent lot to the south. The applicant is requesting a variance in order to construct a detached pole barn on the property in order to house a recreational vehicle. Allowing such a use on the property would be out of character in the surrounding area. If the property owner were to combine this property within the residential property to the south into one lot, he would, and the accessory structure was behind the existing building, there would be no need for this variance. Staff did a little research, and since 1987, there have been 16 requests. 4 were denied, and 12 were approved with variances. The denials are in your package on 3 of 8 in this section. Staff recommends, if you are inclined to approve this variance, that the structure be constructed to the rear front building line of the primary residence. And number 2, the property must be combined with the adjoining property under same ownership within 2 years. That's all I have.
Okay, thank you. Does any member of the board have questions for staff or the applicant regarding this case?
Is the applicant here?
Please step forward and give us your name and address.
Tim Hanley, and what was the question?
And your address, please.
7492 Crestview Lane, Dora, Alabama 35062.
Mr. Hanley, the staff is making some recommendations about what you need to do if we should approve your request. Have they discussed it with you?
No, ma'am, I haven't. They were talking about, you said combining our properties. They suggested that, and I was going to do that, but then they said according to the provision or the zoning, it would have to be built 6 feet behind my existing residence, and the size that I'm looking for, it's not going to allow for that for the property that I have. This was pretty much the only way that I could build it, anyway, really.
Okay.
I mean, if I have to combine them to be able to place it where it is right now, I would, or where it's provisioned for, I'd gladly do that.
So you can't comply with that stipulation? Is that what you're saying?
Well, I mean, I can't. I mean, you're talking about just combining the properties?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am, I could do that.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Any other
Thank
questions? Okay. Is any other members of it have it? Is anybody here that would like to speak also in approval of it or in opposition to it? Thank you, Mr. Hanley. Okay. There's no other. Okay, the public hearing is now closed. If there are no other questions now, may I have a motion from the board?
Madam Chair, I recommend approval for case A-25-0018 with the following stipulations. The structure shall be constructed to the rear of the front building line of the primary residence. And 2, the property must be combined with the adjoining property under the same ownership within 2 years.
Thank you.
Second motion.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, then your variance has been granted with the stated stipulations. Thank you. Okay. Our next case is A-25-0020 Israel Velasquez. I'm sorry if I Is Mr.
Vasquez.
Velasquez? Is that good? Thank you, sir. I appreciate your grace in that. Okay. And would the staff please present the case?
Yes, ma'am. This is a use variance to allow the surplus parking of vehicles associated with the off-site automotive body repair business and to allow storage shed to remain as located 3 feet from an existing residence in lieu of the required 16 feet. Existing zone is A1 agricultural. There is already a mobile home and a storage shed existing. The acreage is 9.84 acres. This area consists of scattered residents in a rural development pattern in A1 agricultural zoning. There's a presence of mobile homes prevalent in the vicinity. The land use plan designates the area as rural village, which allows for consideration of small-scale, locally oriented businesses and industrial land uses for a case-by-case basis. This property still retains its original A1 zoning. Section 1002 outlines the requirement for distances between the buildings. In this case, the distance is supposed to be 16 feet, but I think there's only a 3-foot difference between the buildings. There's no hardship in this case. The applicant is merely asked for permission to utilize the property in conjunction with an off-premises business. The applicant stated that it will only be for parking for vehicles, not of any sort of automotive repair or anything. However, the zoning resolution requires a 16-foot requirement between residences and accessory structures, as I previously stated. That's based on the old fire code. Since 2002, the Board of Zoning Adjustments heard 110 cases with such kind of a request. Of the 110, only 35 deal exclusively with variants like this, all of which were approved. Should the board approve this, staff has recommendations. 1, the expanded use shall be for parking only. That is, no significant on-site repair work or sales. No commercial or industrial vehicles shall be parked on the property in conjunction with the off-premises business operation. Parking shall be confined to the rear of the property behind the residence. Also, a 15-foot buffer shall be maintained along the north, east, and south property lines. No inoperable vehicles shall be parked on the property. The business operation shall be monitored and reviewed by staff. The Board of Zoning Adjustments reserves the right to exercise the privilege to reconsider the case should there be sufficient concern of staff or public to do so. That being said, if it's the board's recommendation for approval, these conditions should stand.
Thank you. Okay, does any member of the board have questions for staff or the applicant regarding this case?
No.
I just have one question, Mr.
Good luck.
Velasquez.
Yes.
How many cars are you talking about parking in the lot?
Okay.
It would vary. I had about 60 of them. I moved about 35, 40 of them. I have some vehicles right now currently there that are inoperable. Those will be moved, and there will only be vehicles that are driving of their own power, and no work will be done on them on the site.
So
Please give us your address first.
It's 8345 Kermit Johnson Road. That's Pinson, Alabama.
So on an average day, there would be 30 to 40?
There would be 30 to 40 on an average day.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Does any other staff have any questions? Okay. Is there anyone here that wants to speak in opposition? Okay, please come forward and give us your name and address.
My name is Daniel Carr, and my address is 8351 Kermit Johnson Road. The current situation there is, last time I counted, there was 126 cars that they had behind their house, and it was essentially a junkyard. Unfortunately, we're friends. You know, like I know this guy, so I said, well, I'm not going to call, but if they happen to come by the zoning, then that's just going to be his unfortunate, opportunity to move those cars. And they did, and they said, well, you're going to have to move these cars. So the original intent was to have a junkyard there. The nature of his business is to buy a car from a junkyard, harvest parts from it, and then he'll fix his cars that he's repairing in his automotive shop, and then keep the junk car for future purposes. And so that's been an overflow parking area for his business. And
So it's not rotating the vehicles to be repaired
yeah, these have been just
for
sitting
lack
there.
of storage?
And then it's been accumulating. It's been
Okay,
adding.
okay.
I had 126 acres right there, and so I sold part of that to him. And so I fly with a drone. I fly the rest of my land periodically just to make sure erosion or anything like that is not going on. And so there's just like a bunch of cars. In the wintertime, you can see them from the road. And, of course, there's a school right there at the end of our road.
When was the last time you saw the 165 cars?
126 cars.
126.
Probably 2 or 3 months ago. The obvious issue is that property value, that's my concern, is my property value. I do intend to sell my house very soon, and trying to sell, we built a brand-new home there in 22. So, we understood there would be mobile homes, that's no problem, but like a mobile home with a junkyard behind it
Is the
is
issue.
a much different issue. And, my concern is that if you give him the variance for this, who's going to regulate that? I mean, you guys going to come out there periodically and inspect all 30 to 40 alleged cars that he's going to have parked there, to make sure they're all operational and running?
That's the plan, to monitor.
Yeah. So I don't know how we would, in any case, I hope that he gets the variance to keep his house in the building there. I've actually helped him do some grade work there, some excavation in preparation to kind of keep that where it is. Nobody has any issue with that. We hope that he gets that variance, but either some strict guidelines if the variance is approved, or that it would be rejected, because we know what's going to happen is that when you give a variance, there's going to be no way of going back and saying, well, you've misused your variance, so we're going to take that right away from you. It's going to be with that property from there on out. So that's my concern. Variance.
Yeah.
Mr. Velazquez, do you have any comments for his concerns?
Yeah. I mean, I 100% agree with him. I don't want his property value to go down. And that was the nature of my business, and I thought I was going to be okay doing that and have inoperable vehicles. I will not have inoperable vehicles moving forward. I think he has a drone, so he can take pictures of me. If I do happen to continue to put inoperable vehicles there, my intention is to not have inoperable vehicles there, just ones that run and drive. And because I agree, if I was living next to him and I was planning on selling my house, that would be a bummer. I mean, that just it's not fair to him.
So you do understand that we may exercise the privilege to reconsider the case if these things are met.
Absolutely. Yeah, and it's with technology, having a drone, he could fly over there and take a picture and just submit it as a complaint. I mean, if you guys don't have the manpower to do it, he can definitely voice his concern.
Okay.
Do you have any more comments or concerns? Okay, you said you do.
Yeah, okay, so I was thinking it was for overflow from his business, like if somebody was coming to do the body work, if they were coming to get body work done.
I did too.
That's where they would store the cars. I didn't realize it was
For junk
for
cars.
parts.
Yeah.
The storage cars.
Yeah.
Storing cars.
And you saw some of the stipulations, there also was no inoperable vehicle should be parked on the property.
Right. No inoperable.
So those will be gone?
Those will be gone. They're not gone yet, but they will be. I don't know what my time limit on that is. I've been moving a lot of vehicles. If we were to count them right now, there's a lot more gone from there.
How many are there now?
Do we have a cap?
I don't have an exact count
I
on it.
don't know.
Do we have a cap
I don't have an exact count
In
right
the-
now.
in the-
Is it more than 50?
We probably have like 25 back there right now. I would say about
Is there,
10 of
Is that
those
what
are
you're
inoperable.
saying?
can we include one?
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Ask him to come back to the mic. He was saying.
Yes, please. come-
I haven't counted in a while. It's been too long ago since I wouldn't know.
I couldn't hear you.
I said I haven't counted in a long time. I don't
Okay.
know.
That's why I was asking you how long ago was it that you
It's
saw
probably
it?
been, I mean, it's been at least 2, maybe 3 months
Okay.
since I've even flown.
And you've moved some since
We've
then?
moved. So I got one of the people that work from the county came to my actual business location, and they gave me a notice, I think in March or April. And since then, I started moving. I've spent a lot of money in moving a lot of vehicles, all the ones that run and drive. Got some people, I was able to move a lot of those. I still have some inoperable vehicles there. I do plan on moving those, and I do understand all the recommendations that, you guys can come back and look and make sure I'm not violating any of these.
I want to put a cap on the number of vehicles. Well,
Well, how many? There was too many.
if it gets approved, there's got to be
Yeah.
some kind of cap.
Well, and we will be reconsidering the case if the public has a problem with it. Okay. Any other questions?
No.
Anyone? Okay, may I have a motion?
Madam Chair, I recommend approval of case A-25-0020 with the following stipulations. 1, the expanded use shall be for parking only. That is, no significant on-site repair work or sales. No commercial or industrial vehicles shall be parked on the property in conjunction with the off-premise business operation. 3, parking shall be confined to the rear of the property behind the residence. 4, a 15-foot natural buffer shall be maintained along the north, east, and south property lines. 5, no inoperable vehicles shall be parked on the property. 6, the business operation shall be monitored and reviewed by staff. The Board of Zoning Adjustment may exercise the privilege to reconsider the case should there be sufficient concern of staff or the public to do so.
Okay, thank you.
I second the motion.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Any
No.
opposed?
Yes.
You're opposed? Okay. We need 3
I'm fine with the other,
with
but
us. Okay.
it needs to be a limit on the number of cars that can be there at any given time.
She said a number of
It
cases.
should be
She want a number.
a limit to the number of vehicles that can be there at any given time.
Yeah, we can do that, Dr. Richardson, you amend your motion, set that cap, and then you'd have to re-vote on that. Also, we do need to state that we are going to approve the 3-foot variance for the accessory structure. That needs to be stated.
I didn't hear you the last.
We'll need
That
to
about the
state
3
too that
feet.
we're approving that 3-foot variance between the resident and the accessory structure.
Okay.
Where's the cap?
There.
Okay, Madam Chair, I'd like to amend
20 there now.
my motion,
Okay, just a moment. Go ahead.
and that is to put a cap on the number of vehicles to be parked on that lot. And do we know what the cap is? What's your recommendation? 30. To put a cap of 30 vehicles to be parked on that property.
I second the motion.
Is that
About the
acceptable
setback.
also?
The setback's fine.
Yeah, the setback's fine.
Yes.
The
Yeah, you would just need to state that in the motion, that you also or that you approve the setback variance request for the accessory.
Madam Chair, I also recommend the approval of the setback. 3 feet from the existing residence in lieu of the required 16 feet.
Okay, thank you.
I second the motion.
Second. Okay. Now, all approved?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay,
Aye.
any opposed? Okay, then it passes, your request has been passed with those recommendations that we've said, limit on the cars and the 3 feet back. So, thank you. Okay, our next case is A 250021, property owners Joseph and Chelsea Mosley.
2-1.
Was that somebody else that wanted to speak?
2-1.
Would staff please present the case?
Yes, ma'am. This is a variance for the terms of the zoning resolution to allow construction of a residence to be located 10 feet from the side property line in lieu of the required 15 feet, which is required in section 70102 in our zoning regulation. This property retains its original A1 zoning. The existing land use is vacant. It's 1.39 acres. There is not a hardship with the land in this particular case, but the existing tract on record is approximately 100 feet wide, which allows for a 70-foot building envelope. However, the property owner wants to build a 80-foot, I guess, ranch-style house on it. The problems, as you can see, is I wouldn't say irregular shape, but the shape of the property, which is more or less in line, it's hard to see right there, in line with the other properties adjacent. As you can see, most of these properties are either non-conforming or even encroaching on the property line. So, granting this variance is not expected to result in any visual disruption to the streetscapes. This general area would not be it wouldn't be out of character with the other variances granted in the area. Like I said, much of the surrounding area consists of tracts of land similar to the tract of land in question. Therefore, staff recommends approval for A 250021.
Okay, thank you. Does any member of the board have questions for staff or the applicant regarding this case? No. Okay, at this time, we'd like to open a public hearing regarding this item. Is there anyone here who wishes to speak in opposition or support to this request? If so, please come forward. No one speaking it? Okay. The public hearing is now closed. If there are no other questions or comments from the board members, may I have a motion from the board?
Madam Chair, I make a motion to approve case A-25-0021.
I second the motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, your variance has been approved. Excuse me. Okay, our next case is A 250022, Paul and Megan Pence. Would staff please present the case?
Yes, ma'am. So variance for the terms of the zoning resolution to allow an accessory structure to be located in front of an existing residence. The existing zone is EMF. That's Estate Many Farms. It's a newly constructed residence, and the accessory structure is what's in question. It's 6.5 acres. You can see from the screen that the existing barn that they are trying to add power to. You can see where it's in front of the primary residence, and that's the reason for our variance. Section 1001.04 outlines the required location and setback for accessory structures. The accessory structure in question predates the construction of the primary residence on the property, and as such is considered existing non-conforming. The applicant is wishing to make some repairs to the structure, and as such, the non-conforming status of the structure then becomes in question. The applicant has filed for the variance in order to bless the structure in its current location and commence with needed repairs to the structure. Other than in A1 zoning and not within a recorded subdivisions, accessory structures are required to be located to the rear of the primary residence without any regard to the property size and configuration. In this instance, the accessory structure in question is approximately 109 feet from the road right away, and the residence on the lot is further away from that. That leads us to think that there will be no it will still be in character with the surrounding area. That being said, staff recommends approval of A250022.
Thank you. Does any member of the board have questions for staff or the applicant regarding this case?
I do not.
No.
Okay, at this time, we'd like to open a public hearing regarding this item. Is there anyone here who wishes to speak in opposition or support to this request? Silence. Okay, if not, then this public hearing is now closed on this case. May I have a motion from the board?
Madam Chair, I recommend approval for case A-25-0022.
I second the motion.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Any against? Okay, this variance has been granted also. Okay, our next one is A250023. It's the Breckenwood Apartments LLC, applicant Darren Hamrick. Would staff please present the case?
Yes, ma'am. It's a variance for the terms of the zoning regulation to allow parking spaces for a proposed apartment complex to be 9 feet by 18 in lieu of the required 10 by 20 feet. Existing land use is vacant. Existing zone is all for multiple family. Property size is 9.83 acres. Most of the areas within the city of Bessemer, there's a school property to the north, which is Bessemer Middle School, a small subdivision zone R3, and a large A1 tract zone property with several structures and mobile homes on them. The property is across from 4th Avenue Southwest from an industrial park in the city of Bessemer. The property was rezoned A1 agriculture to R4 in 1981. There's no land hardship with regards to this request. However, allowing the reduction in parking stall size will allow for the development to achieve the minimum amount of parking required and accommodate required parking landscaping for the development as planned. County regulations require 2 parking spaces per unit. Our zoning regulations are kind of less strict than the surrounding areas. Bessemer, which you see is surrounded, each of those allow for smaller parking spaces than the county regulations have. There have been 3 requests for reduced parking size on the parking spaces. All of them have been approved. Therefore, staff recommends approval for A250023.
Thank you. Does any member of the board have questions for staff or the applicant regarding this case?
No.
I just have one question.
Okay.
Is the applicant
Is
here?
this for the staff or the applicant? Please step forward and give us your name and address, please.
I was just curious. Oh, your name and address.
Hey, Hollis Gilbert with Goodman Mills Kaywood, and we're at 2400 5th Avenue South, Birmingham.
I was just curious about the number of apartments.
Is planned 210.
210?
Right now. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you.
Any other questions? Anyone want to speak in opposition? Okay, and if there's no other questions from the board, this public hearing is now closed. May I have a motion from the board?
Madam Chair, I make a motion to approve case A-25-0023.
I second the motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, this variance has been granted. Okay, our last one, and I assume you are waiting for the last one, is A250024, Jeremy Gardiner. Did I say that correctly? Okay, would staff please present the case?
Yes, ma'am. This is a variance for the terms of the zoning resolution to allow the recording of a subdivision with a lot having less than 1 acre in an A1 zoning, agricultural zoning district. The property is currently live, is vacant, 0.85 acres. Section 7102 is the minimum lots, the zoning regulation that has the minimum lot size for A1 zoning, which is 1 acre. Property is located within a rural area characterized by scattered residential development, including mobile homes, as you can see. The subject property consists of an acreage tract that was improperly split from the adjacent tract to the west. In the past, when the 2 acreage tracts were combined, there was a residence on this property that has since been demolished. The applicant is concurrently requesting a variance in order to properly divide the property by a subdivision plat. In order to do so, the variance is needed as the proposed tract does not satisfy, again, the minimum lot size in A1. Also, as a result, subdividing the property and dedicating right-of-way is necessary for drainage and utility and road maintenance. This further exacerbates the deficiency in the lot size. While it's not uncommon for the Board of Zone Adjustment to consider and grant variances for the proposed lot that contain less than 1 acre, the justifying is on the basis of being established lot patterns in the area that contain less than 1 acre, as prior to 2005, county requirement regulations were only 1,500 square feet for lots in A1 zoning. Board has precedents. There were only 3 cases out of 54 that were denied, 51 are approved. You can see the shape of the lot here, 0.85 acres. Like I say, it's not out of line, for lack of better words, with the adjacent property around it. Therefore, staff recommends approval of A250024.
Thank you. Does any member of the board have questions for the staff or the applicant regarding this case?
No.
You do not? Okay, at this time, we'd like to open a public hearing. Y'all are the last ones here regarding this item. If there's anyone here who wishes to speak in opposition or support to this request, and if you do want to speak, please come forward and give us your name and address, or you don't have to. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Y'all don't have any, does the board have any questions for me?
I don't.
Okay.
No.
Then this public hearing is now closed. May I have a motion from the board?
Madam Chair, I recommend approval for case A-25-0024.
I second the motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. Your variance has been granted. Have a great day. Okay, have all the members of the board had a chance to review the case materials and minutes from the June 23rd, 2025 hearing that were sent to us electronically?
Yes.
Okay, may I have a motion from the board regarding the minutes from the June 23rd, 2025 hearing?
Madam Chair, I make a motion to approve the minutes from the June 23rd, 2025 hearing.
I second the motion.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, the minutes stand as written. And our meeting is adjourned.
Thank you.
Oh, I gotta sign that too.
Like these all old.
Oh, I don't know. I'll go ahead and do it, yeah.
There's a few more in there too.